Hi, welcome back everyone to the next part of the RSA video series. In this part, we'll focus on steel design. So once we've done the modeling, we've defined the load cases, we've performed the analysis, we can then do the design for our steel members. Now before we look at the workflow of steel design, we will need to ensure like we have defined the requisite code. So there are different codes which are supported in robot structural analysis for steel design. So we have all requisite codes from American standards, British standards, Eurocode, all available along with the Indian standards as well. But for this example, we'll follow the AS4100 for our steel design workflow. Now, the first and foremost thing that we'll ensure is that we've defined the right parameters for our steel design. So this could be done by defining our code parameters. So depending on the type of element, whether it's a beam or it's a column, you can define the design parameters. So whether it be in terms of the buckling coefficients for my buckling checks, or whether it be defining the serviceability conditions. So if I want to perform a deflection check or a displacement check, so I can set the limits for those checks using the serviceability tool. We can also specify parameters pertaining to weakened section. So the net area to gross area ratio parameter we can specify to check for weakened section. And once we've defined the parameters, then we can associate a parameter to the requisite element. So for all my columns, I can define the column property, and for beams, the beam property. Likewise, we can define the configuration. So whether it be in terms of slenderness ratios, the efficiency or utilization ratio limits. So we can define all those parameters under the configuration tab. Once we've defined all those parameters, we can select the list of elements for which we need to perform the steel design check. And again, you can select them through the cross-section property, or we can select all the elements in one single row. We can also select the list of load cases and load combinations that we want to consider for the steel code check. So you can see the different serviceability, strength, and the stability load combinations. So we can define the requisite conditions based on the specific category. And once you've defined that, we can just quickly run the calculations. So once robot performs the calculations for my steel design, it quickly validates whether the section that I've defined for that specific member would suffice the structural requirement or not. And it illustrates whether the member passes or fails the design criteria. Now we can visualize the detailed calculations that robot has performed through a calculation note, which gives me the descriptive summary of what all different calculations were performed. You can also validate the forces within the members, and again this calculation note could then be printed out for later utilization within our reports. Also, for failed members, it will highlight the criteria in which the member is failing. So in this case, it's instability due to slenderness. So again, now we might have to revisit the section size that we've defined. So this was the first method of steel design, in which we are basically validating whether the size of the section that we've defined would suffice the structural requirement or not. There is another method of steel design in robot where we can ask robot to suggest the appropriate section size. So what we can do in that case is create group of sections. So like for all columns, I'll create one group. For all my beams, I'll create another group, and for all the bracing elements, we'll create a third group. And then we'll do individual design for all the three groups. So robot will try and identify the most critical element and will try and suggest requisite section size for that element. So in this case, let's just quickly create the groups. So we'll select all the columns and quickly paste the list of columns within our member list for the column group. We'll save that. We'll create the second group for all the beam elements. Again, we can streamline. So even if we have different types of beams, so we want to segregate between our primary beams and the secondary beams, we can have multiple groups created. So again, we can select all the beams having a common cross-section property. So it will highlight all my floor beams in that particular instance. And then we can just quickly copy and paste the beam list into the member list for the group. And then we can save the second group as well. And likewise, we can create the third group for our bracing elements. So third group, we just quickly name it as bracings, and then quickly populate the list of bracings from the model. So again, the process will be the same. Select the element and select all elements having the common cross-section property. And then we can paste the list of elements in the member list. Now once we've created the groups, down below in the calculations tab, we can use the code group design methodology, where we can select all the 3 groups and ask robot to perform the calculations. Now when robot performs the calculations, it will list out 3 different section sizes for that particular group. So one at which the member fails the design. So if you see the unity ratio is slightly above 1. The second one, which is a more optimized design, where the member just passes the design, so the utilization ratio or the efficiency ratio is close to 1. And the third, which is a more economical design, a more safer design. So depending on the engineering judgment, you can make a call as to what section size you want to use for that particular element. So you have this option of quickly applying that particular size, as well as you can quickly validate the detailed calculations for that particular element. Now once the calculations are done, you can quickly update the properties in one single click. So this is the methodology that you can follow to do steel design in robot. I hope you find this useful, and see you back in the next part of the RSA video series, in which we'll focus on concrete design. Thank you.